So usually this is where I would say previously on Mizzurna Falls, but I didn't have time to make one of those tonight. So just imagine like that music's going right now. That music like you hear during these one. Just remember, you know how it goes. Just remember how that goes, and then probably what I would have put is the conversation between Matthew and Loretta, where Loretta says that Father Barton choked Kathy, and then Matthew says, "Wait, Winona's going to the church. I have to save her." And then we have Matthew going into the church and then reading Kathy's diary, and then we get like the viewpoint of like a first-person viewpoint coming up behind Matthew, and then Matthew turns around and Father Barton's right there, and screen turns to white because he knocked him out. It's hard to tell though, right? It was hard to tell what exactly he did because you just see Father Barton and the screen turns white. And then then imagine we cut to the basement where Father Barton and Matthew are arguing morality at each other, and then Father Barton shoots himself in the head. And when he did that, I probably would have done a sound effect like kapow, and like I would have done that. And that's probably how that would have gone if I had made it, which I did not. Okay, so Mizzurna Falls, night 6. So we were having a problem, you might remember last time. The problem is that despite all of the progress we made, absolutely nothing was happening at this point. And we were thinking that's probably because I did not get Barbara her cigarettes. And whatever I was supposed to learn from that is just not happening. We've seen Bonehead, the bald bastard. Where's he disappeared? Yeah, Bonehead's gone. Has not appeared. So, I'm figuring that we have an idea of how this game works, and if nothing is happening, that means nothing's gonna happen. So we can just sort of fast forward, I suppose. So what I'm thinking is, okay, probably nothing's happening on day 7. And if that's the case, is there anything we could learn from day 7? Oh, hey, Morgan's here. Keep coming in here, I'll end up like Mel. Wouldn't want that. Where's Bonehead? So, what I'm thinking is on day 7, like previously what we did was we followed Dr. James to see how he would spend day 7, because we see that he shows up at the woods right at the end. I figure that's probably how we'll spend this day 7 as well. Hey, when does this bar close? Okay, here we go. It's 2 a.m. We're getting kicked out. Sir, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. The stalker's still in there. He doesn't want to leave. Hello, Mel. Quit invest. Yeah, where do you sleep these days? I mean, you could just sleep at home. Like, Dennis is not there. Also, pick your bike up. Have some self-respect. Father Barton's not hanging out, of course. He never will again. Where did I park my car? Kind of hard to tell because you don't know where the car is until you get up close to it, then it'll pop in. I mean, I don't see it. Mel, can you help me look for my car? Yeah, I don't know where my car is. Well, I mean, maybe that's a reason to do something. You know, we have a phone number for, like, the auto place, and we've never actually tried calling it. The auto repair is triangle, 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 triangle. I believe this is who you call in case of car emergency. I need help. Okay, let me know where you found it. They're coming to pick my car up. I don't know what happens now. Well... I mean, where would they leave the car? Would they drop it off at my home? Would they bring it to me? I actually don't know how this works. I also don't know if my car is actually around here and is just invisible. Which, I mean, that has happened. Alright, maybe we're just taking a walk. Where did I leave that car? I mean, I assume I just left it right outside the bar. I don't know why it's despawned, apparently. So I was about to say, before we lost our car, that I think that for day 7, I want to follow around Dr. James, since we have nothing else to do, and see if his routine has changed at all. We know what his routine was on the first run. But we've done a whole lot. Does he do anything else now? Does he do anything? I don't suppose you left my car here? I don't see it. No mail. Woof woof. Actually, I really don't know when you call them for help, where do they leave the car? Theme of depression. Theme of sad small town. Alright, we're just gonna have to load a state, because I don't know where this car is. It was this one. Okay, that's where I left it right there. It was just right there. Why did it despawn? Alright. Gas is good. So, again, like I said, we're gonna follow Dr. James on day 7. The reason is because we don't have anything else to do. Nothing's coming up. I assume that whatever leads we needed to find, we didn't. So things have dried up. His house... I think it's one of these. Actually, there's a few houses that look like that. I think it was next to the Spite one. I think this is his house. Can I rob his house? Can I search his house to see if Emma's here tied up? Epoch'd out of her mind. So I'm pretty sure this is his house. Hey, there he is. Alright, he's nothing to say here. So... why is my car gone again? Dude, where's my car? I'm not sure what's going on with the car. Mm-hmm. Not sure. Alright, we're gonna load that again. It might be difficult to follow him around if my car keeps vanishing. I wonder if my gas goes down if I just sit in the car. We'll find out. No, seems like it's staying there. What? All right. Finally. Now we're getting the real David Lynch stuff, right? I was saying, when is the supernatural Lynch stuff gonna happen? Finally, now we're seeing the real Mizzurna Falls. What is happening here? Well, I'm not moving. The car's like rotating. What happens if I get out of the car? Alright, and then Matthew ended up in the space between spaces. Never to be seen again. Maybe he'll find Emma. Maybe he'll find Emma around here. Alright. So, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we'll just fast forward to the end of day 7. The game doesn't want to be played, I'm sorry. So, what I was wondering is if James's schedule might change, considering all this stuff we did. Is there anything different he might do on day 7? Is that possible? It could be. Could be possible. Actually, hold on. Let's take the car. While the car still exists. Why are you standing in front of the door? This is just the same dialogue he always has. Is the car there? No. Alright. So, what I was about to say, while the car still exists, maybe let's just go to the forest. We never actually tried to see if the guy will let us in after dark, considering Like, Morgan said something about maybe the guard would, like, be easier on us. Let's just get there before the car slips into the inverse reality. Let's see if Cohen's home. You stay there. Well, I remember them saying that maybe we should talk to Cohen. Well, all right, sure. So, you're gonna let me in? Okay, we can go in at night. That's interesting. I know fast forwarding has had some issues. I mean, with the car, but we're already in the woods. What if we just do this? Matthew is vibrating furiously to keep warm during the cold night. That would be Cohen, I suppose. Coming to do his rounds. Cohen, you in here? No. Cohen, you looking at that tree? No, I saw him walk by me. Don't know where he is. We can, of course, look at the beautiful Mizzurna Falls. Well, I thought I saw Cohen walk by me, but I don't see him around. Alright, well, again, we're just gonna hang out here today. Since we can stay here at... Well, I mean, is there gonna be a reason for them to kick us out tonight? Since this is the night. Feels ominous. Sure does. There's Cohen. Where was he? What book's that? What book's that? What book is that? Oh, is he going to the school library? Is that Emma's dad? Oh, it's James. It's James. Oh, right. Yeah, this is the part where he comes here and just stares at the sign. And we can't talk to him. For hours on end. Alright, and then he goes. Alright, so what was it, 9 o'clock that he arrives? I'm gonna have to start taking a little slow. Was that Hudson? Where's that Cohen again? Yeah, I think that's Cohen. No, actually, it's Hudson, I think. He has the badge on his chest. Yeah, it's Hudson. What? Well, he's just gonna stand here, I suppose. Okay, yeah, okay, they're throwing us out anyway. Even though they let us in at night, we can't stay in on night 7. I guess I shouldn't be that surprised. Also, but did it stop? Okay, no, there we go. It kicked us out. Alright. I was kind of wondering if it was going to do that, because if it wasn't, then there would be no reason we couldn't just stay there for, you know, the big event. Well, we know what happens. Dr. James is going to show up. And then Cohen's going to show up and then call Morgan. And then it turns out Emma's dead. And my car is not here? No, it's not. I mean, that has not happened up to now. Previously, this has not been an issue, but for some reason right now, my car is vanishing, which means I cannot do any exploration because my car does not exist in a constant state of space. All right, there goes Dr. James. Who left? I guess that was Hudson. He was still there. The guard is still here. But I guess Hudson was also still here. Yeah, he doesn't just let anyone in. You have to be qualified like Dr. James is to get past into the woods tonight. And then Morgan will show up. Actually, Cohen shows up. There he goes. And then Morgan shows up. How we doing? And then we get a phone call. Hello? And it's Morgan. Because they found Emma. There she is. Right? Emma's body was discovered in the forest. 11:30 p.m. Collapsed against the big tree. All the high school girls love the big tree. They love dying against the big tree. She was peaceful. Prior to her death, she had ingested a drug. We know about the epoch. Her neck showed signs. Oh, it does say that. Okay. Yes, I forgot about that. But that is curious because it says that she was strangled as well. But of course, in this run, we did find out more information about why Kathy had strangulation marks. It was because Father Barton strangled her. But that would not be the case with Emma because, one, it's been a week. So, I mean, Barton would not have choked her. But on this night, also Barton is dead. So, I wonder if Barton is a red herring in that, yeah, he did choke Kathy, but maybe strangulation was also part of the death ritual. So, I mean, that was going to happen regardless. I'm not sure. FBI's coming. They'll figure it out. That's not good enough because we have to save Emma. Who could have strangled her? Feels pointless. I wish I could go back again. Try again. Well, I would have liked to have tried to get some additional information on night 7, but my car was vanishing into the ether. That was weird. That was a frustrating thing. I don't know what that was about or how to explain that or anything or how to stop that from happening. All I can say is that we don't really have the means to not stop, but figure out anything new on day 7 because of my vanishing car. That's an unexpected wrinkle into the investigation. The only thing really to do, of course, is to start a third playthrough. Because what else would we do? I think I do have a save state for that. I mean, it'd be the 25th. It's this. Yeah. This is right after the prologue ended. So we leave the police station. We have the map. All right. So, third playthrough. What do we do? All right. So, I took a look at the videos of the second playthrough. to mark down what I think are all the important events from every day. Now, of course, it's hard to say if everything is important or if something that didn't seem important might be. Not much on day 6. Only a couple important things happened there. But look, it's day 1. Day 1, Sheriff's Department to get the map. Cohen's house to talk to Cohen. Emma's house, talk to Steve and Sarah, then drive Winona home. Church, talk to people, peep on the town hall. School, talk to Liz, get book in library. Mel's room, take the night, hide in closet. Woods, talk to Morgan. I labeled that as Bear Hunt Conversation 1, because I think that's the first one that leads to your joining the bear hunt. Hospital, talk to James, talk to Samuel, talk to head nurse. Sheriff's Department, talk to Morgan for Bear Hunt Conversation 2. Cohen's house, talk to Cohen for Bear Hunt Conversation 3. Main Street, talk to Nozz for Bear Hunt Conversation. I say Main Street there because in that video, Nozz had left the store and was just walking around on the street, but I was able to talk to him there for Bear Hunt Conversation 4. Back to Sheriff's Department for Morgan for Bear Hunt Conversation 5. I was in the hospital and I talked to Liz, which is where we found out about Holly, Kathy's teacher. Then in the bar, we talked to James, talked to Wolf. So notes. In this playthrough, I got the park meeting with Winona on night 2. But in the first playthrough, I got it on night 1. I think in the second playthrough, I went to bed before 10 o'clock, which is when that meeting would have happened. So I think you can have the park meeting with Winona on night 1 if you're just awake that long. So we can get that happening on day 1. Now, if you go visit, the second note, if you go visit Barbara in the evening, she asks if you brought what she wanted, which is obviously the cigarettes. Does that mean we can get the cigarettes on day 1? I don't know, because obviously the biggest mystery of this entire game, even bigger than the disappearing car, is how do we get Barbara her fucking cigarettes? Every time I talk to her, she says she wants the cigarettes. She keeps asking me if I got her the cigarettes. We know where the cigarettes are. They're in Nozz's store. But Matthew is just not doing it, and I don't know what is like the specific conversation you need to have with some character at some place at some time in the game to get Matthew to realize he needs to buy cigarettes. I don't know what it is. Now, the third note, you might remember in the first playthrough, when I left the hospital at 7 p.m., there was a soft lock. Like someone said, there was like a cutscene began. And someone said, Matthew, and then the game soft lock. I think I know what that is. Because in the prologue, when you leave the hospital, you get that scene. Someone says Matthew. Matthew walks over, and Winona's there because she brought you your car. I think the game activated that cutscene at 7 p.m. as well, and it's soft locked because that's not when that's supposed to happen. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. I don't think there's actually a 7 p.m. cutscene. Pretty sure. Okay. The main thing. So the events of day 1, we want to get them done as soon as possible, and we want to try to fit in time for anything else. Like, say, what did I do on day 2? On day 2, I talked to Nozz for Bear Hunt Conversation 6, then Morgan for Bear Hunt Conversation 7, then the actual bear hunt happens, then there's the funeral, then there's talking to Samuel after the funeral, and then there's Emma's house where you find the ring and that the diary's stolen. You go to school, you talk to Holly, she tells you that Kathy joined the party planning committee, you can call the party planning committee. Then cemetery, there's Mel and Bonehead's meeting, then the park. So the park meeting we can push up to day 1, I believe. I'm sure we could talk to Holly earlier as well. What did I say about the notes? Oh, right. After the bear hunt, Morgan said to visit Cohen in the hospital, and I couldn't find him. It was weird. His car was there. He wasn't. And then I also said that after the diary gets stolen, there's a span of time where nothing happens. I think if I have the meeting with Winona, the park meeting on night 1, I think I could then show her the key on day 2, because that's how it went in the first playthrough. If I could show Winona the key on day 2, we would have time to search the school, search Emma's locker. After the diary theft, we could then also talk to Holly in the school at that time. We would have plenty of time before Mel and Bonehead's meeting in the cemetery. As for right now, what are we doing on day 1? Well, the next thing I have here is go to Cohen's house to talk to him. That's what they tell you to do. I hope my car doesn't vanish. If the car vanishes, I don't know. Maybe we just need to reset the emulator. Not sure what's happening there. Also, I think maybe one thing we can do to save time. Cohen's house is on the west side of the map. Also on the west side of the map is the Aston Farm. Maybe we can get into Mel's room right now, push that up on the schedule, and free up time later. Free up time for what? I don't know. Maybe getting cigarettes? Hard to say. It's hard to say what we're freeing up time for. Okay, Dennis is here. The protesters are here. He's not listening. Sure isn't. Giving you the runaround. Hello, Dennis. Is Mel home? No. His room's around the side. I think he has to tell us that. I think that may be necessary for us to go into the room. So Mel is at the police station right now, which is why... Yeah, okay. That's why he's not here. Mel's note. And of course... Oh, he's here. Let's go into his oddly large closet. And he's going to meet Bonehead at the cemetery. Also, let's just make sure that we look at the note. Just so, you know, Matthew absorbs the information. Okay, so you can get the note very early. Alright, so now let's go to Cohen's house. On my schedule, I said I arrived at Cohen's house at 10:33. We're a little past that, but I think that's fine, since now we don't have to go to Mel's room at all later. We already got it now. Stay. Knock, knock. And now, yep, here's Cohen. So he's going to tell us about finding Emma and Kathy in the woods. What did she die of? Then we can worry about what she was doing in the forest. Now we're going to find that out, of course. Okay, car's still here. Gonna be very worried about that now. Okay, so it's 10:49. I have on here that at 11:12, I arrived at Emma's house. We're a few minutes ahead of schedule. So we might as well just see if Barbara has anything different to say. Again, she tells us she wants cigarettes so many times. It's hard to grasp who Matthew needs to hear this from and when to get the idea that he needs to buy them. In this room or the lobby. Note. What's this? I don't know if we have to tell him this. He does mention the guy at the front desk. It's kind of hard to say just what bits and nuggets of information are the actual necessary ones. I think we can do it without him telling us that, but I don't know that for sure. Here's the sex predator. Dr. Sam, who am I? Kathy's room earlier with Morgan. I'm the kid Morgan. Yeah, what happened to her room? Kathy kicked the bucket. Kathy was in a fugue state, screamed. Kathy died of shock. Attacked by an animal. Kathy experienced was terribly traumatic. Yeah, so Father Barton came into the room, and as we know, Kathy was full of epoch and probably saw him as like a devil or something and probably died of shock. Also, maybe Dr. James, because we're suspecting that he's the guy who was running the death ritual. That's what I'm suspecting anyway. Mumble, mumble. Hello, head nurse. You're the head nurse. Okay, so we can ask her right now about Kathy's room. Kathy's cause of death was shock caused by sudden trigger. What was it? Father Barton entered, leaned to Kathy. Kathy, don't worry, Father Barton has come for you. Yeah, okay, now knowing what we know, telling her, Father Barton has come for you, Kathy, probably was not the best thing to have told her. Like, now with the information that we have. Where's Kathy's body? Yeah, and then said that she's in the basement, but none of those doors are real. No one's down there. I don't suppose you could show me the body. The telephone's amazing! Yeah, isn't it though? Oh man, the telephone? Oh man, forget about it. Where would we be without the telephone? Wonderful invention. Barbara, this is gonna sound strange, but I want you to slap me in the face and tell me that I should buy you cigarettes and, like, curse me out. Like, call me a son of a bitch or something, or a motherfucker. Maybe it'll get through my thick skull. All she does for fun is smoke. Must seem pretty boring. Is there anything, like, at her bed we could interact with? She has, like, a picture? I don't think so. Does not seem like it. Alright, well, according to my schedule, we do need to get to Emma's house. Let's just talk to Dr. James one more time. Since we talked to Dr. Sam and the nurse. Get any conversations here done and out of the way. Kathy's cause of death, shock. Doesn't make sense. Is that what she died of? Certain memories, ones that pop into your head after I've forgotten them, vivid and clear, same thing. The trigger has to be something connected with the memory. Kathy was attacked by a priest, and also a bear, but also a priest. What could it be? Only Kathy could tell you. Do you have cigarettes? Probably not. All right, so that's a lot of conversations to get done at this point. Then we're going to go to Emma's house, talk to the parents, talk to Winona, take Winona home, and we'll be good to get to the town hall. Do you think, when this game came out, do you think the idea was that you were supposed to be talking with your friends who were also playing the game about what you've discovered? I kind of feel like this is sort of a collaborative effort game. What? Oh, I'm talking to you through the door? Apparently I am. Oh, no, you're leaving. Okay. What's up? She sure is. Sure, I'll give her a lift. I mean, I don't know if I have to talk to the parents. I certainly can talk to them later. Yeah, sure. So let's see, I mean, I think I can get the same dialogue with the parents when I talk with them later. I actually don't know if it's necessary to bring Winona home. I do know that when we bring her back to the gas station, she mentions the philosophy book. So maybe that is necessary because of that. But is it necessary to talk with the parents at this point? I don't actually know. No, learning about the philosophy book would be more important, I think, because it seems like that's required. I don't know why it's required, but it seems important. Here we are. Right, she's going to tell us about the book. High school library with Emma. And philosophy. My bookshelf, book on philosophy. We got a blink when she said it. Gotta be connected. She's guiding us somehow. We're having the strangest dream. Here comes Dad. Let's just fast forward a bit. Okay. So it's 11:53. So we do need to get to the church. Like I said, I wonder if the intention was that when you play this game was that, you and your friends would be playing it and you could, compare notes and see what everyone else was doing. Like, I kind of feel like this is a sort of game that's supposed to be kind of collaborative. where the expectation is not necessarily that it's one person playing by themselves. And then one of the kids tells the others that they were able to get Barbara the cigarettes, and the others say, "You're lying. Prove it. You didn't do that." "No, really. I got her the cigarettes." All right, in we go. All right, the nun never actually says anything important, but... All right, here's Dennis. Make sure we talk to everyone. It's a terrible thing that's happened. Hello, Dr. Choke. It's very painful. I choked her like she was my own flesh and blood. God does work in mysterious ways. Funeral's tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Pray for poor Kathy. Please pray for Emma. And there's Nozz. Something more serious to be discussed than hunting bears. And it's funny, because the only thing he talks about from now on is hunting bears. Are there really bears roaming around? And Morgan's up here. I did talk to Cohen. Alright, so I think that's everyone here. So in a few minutes, they're going to throw me out. Oh, hold on. Oh, yeah, that's Winona's dad. Yeah, so I think now that's everyone. Right? Got to step outside. Pick up a box. Put it down. Step up. And have a look. Kathy, has it not started yet? Okay, now it started. He was choked, attacked by bear, but maybe there's also a murderer. Choke marks on the neck. All right. So let's see. After the church, I went to the school. talked to Liz and got the book in the library. Right, yeah. There we go. See, I have myself going to the school at 1:52, so I guess we'll be there a little early. We can't talk to Holly because we don't know about Holly yet. We have to talk to Liz in the hospital specifically to find out about Holly. Alright, now we get the scene where Liz gets introduced. Don't know if we have to talk to the librarian. Books on philosophy, bookshelf from the right. Cohen mentioned on, day 7 that there was a book he wanted to get. I wonder if that's relevant. We have seen him in the library before. We have not been able to talk to him about books. Alright, we find the philosophy book. Ask James about that. And just in case, we'll pop over Liz, talk to her. She will not let us into the school because we're not that kind of student. And while we're here, might as well just show her this. She doesn't say anything about it, I don't think. Yeah, she doesn't know. Okay. So let's see. After this, on my schedule, I had going to Mel's room, which I don't need to do now. After that, I had going to the woods because Morgan's there, and I can have bear hunt conversation 1. If we're on our way to the woods, that would be a good time to go back to Emma's house and talk to Sarah. I don't know if we have to have that initial conversation. But, I mean, we'll be in the area. There goes Mel. We'll be in the area, and then we can also go back into the hospital just to see if maybe Barbara has anything to say about cigarettes. Probably not. Probably not. I don't know. Again, this is the part I'm in the dark about. Barbara is the only one in the game that talks about Barbara wanting cigarettes. So if we're gonna figure out that Barbara wants cigarettes, surely that has to come from her, right? There's no one else who would mention it. Who would mention it? Maybe Liz. Liz visits her, but she hasn't. Good afternoon. Don't get in the way of my work. Okay? Were you just visiting Sarah? Oh, it's locked. No, I have to knock. That's right. Oh. Sarah's not here? Well, she usually doesn't leave, but maybe she just can't talk to her right now. Alright, so what did I say? 2:59 at the woods. We have time to go to the hospital. Here's Barbara. Tell me you want cigarettes. Come to your room. Anytime. I would love to. While I'm here, I do have to talk to Dr. James about philosophy. He's not here. That's fine. We'll be able to talk to him later. Let's see. According to my original schedule, 4:21, I went to the hospital and talked to him about philosophy. What if I went to Barbara's room and she's not in there? I don't think anything happens. Hello. Oh, there you are. Nothing exists, but if it did, nothing could be known about. Okay, so we're getting the philosophy conversation out of the way. Now, I don't know why this is necessary. Why do we need to have this conversation? I don't know, but I mean, it feels like it's necessary. Emma went there a lot. Okay, finding out that she went to Wolves. He's going down the stairs. While I'm up here, let me just go into Barbara's room. So, is there anything here? I'm just keeping my eye open on if the icon says anything in the upper right. I'm not seeing anything coming up. There's no like cigarettes or an ashtray or anything up here. So I mean, I'm hurrying right now, but if I can just find out when is the proper time and place to find out that she needs cigarettes, and I can fit that into the schedule, then that is going to help out a lot. I'm going to ask you about the bruising. Bruising. What about bruising? Bruising. Someone tried to kill Kathy that night. This is a small rural town. That kind of thing's unthinkable. Someone strangled Kathy, though. Can you tell what she was strangled? 24 hours when she was discovered. Okay, so yeah, it's good to have these conversations now. I mean, I could have them a little later, but might as well just do them as early as possible. By coincidence, she happens to get mauled by a bear. You know, it happens. What kind of girl was she really? Okay. Oh, no, not that. Put phone away, please. Okay, there we go. Might as well ask her about notes, the only item I have. So she goes to her room at around, what, 6? The conversation we have in her room is a little different. But still, Matthew does not realize he needs to get cigarettes. There's got to be a certain time on a certain day where he realizes it, and I just don't know what that is. Okay, hold on. 2:53. Okay, so I want to go to the woods. Off to hunt some bears. He knows the forest like the back of his hand. Oh, wait. If I can talk to Morgan right here... No, Nozz is going to get through... No, I mean... Yeah, all right. Nozz is going to get through before I can end the conversation, I think. But if I can talk to Morgan right here... Choke marks. Suspicious. They're a murderer. Not sure. Can I talk to Nozz... Whoop. Let me join the search. Here comes Nozz. Nozz, talk to Nozz? Okay, no, okay. We can't talk to Nozz about bear hunt right now. I was hoping we could cut that down a little shorter. We cannot. Okay, but we talked to Morgan. We got bear hunt conversation 1. According to this, in my second run, I went back to hospital, talked to James, talked to Samuel, talked to head nurse. Okay, so at 5:30, Morgan goes back to the police station, around that. And then we learn about the results of the day 1 bear hunt. Not to be confused with the day 2 bear hunt, which we can go on. Let's see. What do we want to do? We have until 5:30. Maybe we could go to the town square, go to the diner, maybe, see if there's any conversations to be happening there. Anything to learn there on day 1? I don't think I have anything written down for that. can't talk to Loretta, Taco Girl, of course. Won't be able to do that for a while. Here goes Isabella. Can't talk to her, though. And does Lorraine have anything to say? Oh, Mel's here. Hey! Oh, no, I wanted to speak with him. How we doing? Order your own damn food. Go eat shit for all I care. Lorraine, one plateful of your best shit. It comes recommended. Feel like a bite to eat? Yeah, actually, what about this note? I'm staying at the motel? No, Mel is staying there. Mel was staying at the motel. What would Mel need a motel room for? Who would Mel be meeting in a motel room at night? I don't know. Can't say. Give me your best beef sandwich. Who would Mel possibly be going to the motel with? I guess we can't actually, oh, no, thank you, I'm sorry. Oh, actually, I ordered a cheeseburger, and we're stuffing ourselves today. Okay, let's just, I guess there's nothing to say. There we go. Lorraine, can you buy cigarettes in this store? Out of curiosity, I don't see like cigarettes for sale anywhere. Oh wait, hold on. Something just occurred to me. Nozz is at the woods. Can we get the lighter now? I mean, Matthew doesn't know he needs a lighter. But Nozz isn't here. Lighter's on sale. Okay, we can get the lighter now. Leave some money in the register. I got the lighter. Okay, lighter can be obtained now. Look at these shady customers. Yeah, where are the cigarettes? Yeah, they're over here. Where could they be? Hi there. No, just turn around, ma'am. The cigarettes are behind you. Someone sitting down over there. So here are the cigarettes. It's just that Matthew doesn't know he needs to get cigarettes. How we doing? It's best to memorize phone numbers. But someone forgetful like you needs a notebook to jot them down. I don't need a notebook, though. I never forget a number once I've called it. Good for you. Let's see, 3:52. Again, Morgan comes back at 5:30. Is there anything that we could do between then and now? Was that Winona? Yeah, let's go talk to Lorraine. I like that idea. By the way, can I show you this right now? No, I can't. Don't feel like eating. Does Emma have enough to eat? I guess I can't show her this. Oh, no, I can't sit down. Can I say anything to Lorraine since Winona's here? No. Alright, I guess not. We have time right now, but what do we have time for? Into school, police station. I don't think there's anything new there to talk about. I mean, we've been to the church for the town meeting. Do we want to go back there independently of the town meeting? I guess that could be possible. Maybe there's something else that happens there. I don't know about happens, but like maybe we could talk to the Father Barton after the town meeting. And maybe there's some other conversation to be had. Also, we could check out the workers' housing. I don't know if anything would be going on there. I feel like we have the opportunity of doing something with this time before 5:30. I feel like there should be something, considering how jam-packed the schedule seems to be frequently in this game. I feel like there should be something here. Hi, Liz. You know what kind of girl Kathy was? Kathy, we've talked, of course, but I don't really know. She didn't seem like a very cheerful girl. According to Father Barton, she was introverted, wasn't much for socializing. Sounds about right. Maybe she had something in common with Emma. Like what? Nobody could ever tell what they were thinking. That's right for saying to me as dated teachers, and anyone who knew Kathy well, I think her homeroom teacher would know better. Okay, we can find out about Holly right now. Have to go okay, she's going. Okay, yeah, let's go. You and me together. Let's go visit Barbara. I'll race you there. So is that Liz's car? I'm not sure if I've seen it before. This light blue hatchback. Overtaking you. Totally gonna beat her ass. I think that was Father Barton's car coming back the other way. And we don't. Never mind about that. We have a race to win. Who wants it more? Who wants to see Barbara more? I think we know the answer to that. Hey, Winona. Man, we crushed her. Well, Barbara, I guess we know who loves you more. Guess we'll just wait for Liz to arrive. I do have it down that I would go talk to Morgan at 5:38, though. So, I mean, I probably should do that. Oh no, here comes Liz. Man, how embarrassing for you. Hey, your grandma's right there. Oh, looks like I beat you to Barbara's room, too. Alright, Liz, it's just you and me. Give me the straight story. How do I buy cigarettes for your grandmother? Sour mouth of hers is a front for her shyness. Yeah, that's the only thing she says. Here she comes. No, I don't spend too much time flirting, honestly. I spend my time solving mysteries and killing bears. Just close the door in her face. All right, we're all in here now. I feel like you're not going to say anything interesting, are you? Hope that you brought what I asked for. Yeah, once again, she's saying that. This is the only thing I have. She's saying, hope that I brought what she asked for. So I'm wondering, does that mean could I have the cigarettes by this point in time? Yeah. Nothing happening. Like, it's like if Matthew realized that he could do it, that he should do it. If he did, I would get some sort of like, there would be something that would tip me off that he's realized it. And it's just nothing's happening. And I've gotten all this dialogue before, you know. We've gotten this before. Why? Yeah, Barbara seems to have a bit of time on her hands. Why? Yeah, I know, you've been hinting. You've been hinting. You've been hinting at it. And it's just not happening. I can't come back there. So nothing's happening in the hospital. All right, well, I need to go talk to Morgan about the bear hunt. Is it supposed to be this hard? Like, I feel like most of... Like, there have been some, you know, tricky aspects, but I feel like for a lot of it, it's been fairly straightforward on Matthew understanding that he needs to do something. Except this. This is the one thing. Emma. Want to look at this? Got into Mel's room. Mel got a room in the motel. Not sure this is a clue to Emma's disappearance. What does he get up to? Definitely been weird. Town's always been so quiet. What happened to our idyllic little town? He's the mayor. He has to get a grip. Let me show you this. Has something to do with Emma's disappearance? Not sure. That was the room where they were doing so many drugs. Just hallucinating off their asses, sir. Or search, bear in there. Emma. No Emma. No leads. Seriously, no proof Emma went there that tonight. Unrelated, think positively. Sort bear issue out. Alright, so after that, I have to talk to Cohen. Is what I have here. Note, use the motel, not to go on. He can't do anything with this if we don't have the date. Okay, so now we talk about Bear. Right, so that leads us to talk to Nozz. Let's see, Nozz. 6:28 right now. All right, so I talked to him at 6:22. He was walking around the street, which is, that's kind of a little bit unfortunate because I don't know precisely where he will be. He likes to walk about, He doesn't drive. He walks around. I don't think he goes back to the apartments. So, we're going to want to keep our eyes open for him walking around the streets. Like right there. There really was a bear in the forest. I found huge paw prints. Can't wait for tomorrow. You going to do another search? Cohen suggested we go with fewer people. Best to use a small team when tracking a bear. What time you going in? We're meeting at the forest entrance, 7 a.m. Can I join? Can't bring you with me. Morgan, no. Bring me with you. Bring me. Can you please? Morgan, no? Please? Okay, so then, let's see. Then I talked to Morgan. Oh man, I have no idea where to go next. I'm just walking around, I don't know where to go. Oh man. Oh, hi Father Barton. I could also show you this. Right, so we know why he knows the 23rd, because he did see them at the motel on the 23rd. He's not telling us that, but we do find that out. Gonna go back in forest. Damn Nozz, supposed to be a secret. Take me with you, dangerous. I know how to use a gun. Damn Nozz. He's not gonna let me, but I want to go, but you can't go, but I want to go, but you can't go. Let's see. So then after that, I had going to the hospital to talk to Liz to find out about Holly. All right, I already did that. I mean, maybe we want to go back to the hospital just to see if we can bring up cigarettes, which we will not, of course, because we never can. But going back to the hospital is fine, probably, because there's nothing else to do until 9 o'clock when we can go to the bar. Man, there's so much to do on day one. I mean, there's a lot to do on a bunch of days, but day one's packed. I mean, again, if I knew what the actual deal was with the cigarettes, we wouldn't have to run around so much. I do need to get gas, though. Service, fill it up. Alright, so nothing to do until 9. Let's head to the hospital. Pretty sure Barbara's dialogue does not change after Liz leaves. But who knows? Just want her to smack Matthew across the face and tell him to buy some cigarettes. It's such a strange thing, where it's so clear what we have to do, but Matthew just doesn't understand it. She asks us for cigarettes so many times. Hey, Dr. Samuel. I don't know where he lives, but I don't know if there would be a reason to follow him home. By the way, the nurses don't mention it, do they? Hi there. Hi there yourself. Hey, Liz. Don't go outside late at night. Go home for today. I'm going to go see your grandma. I mean, I know these nurses don't have anything to say. Hi there. Hi there. I did not brought what you asked for. I have a lighter. I can't show it to you, but if I had if I had cigarettes, I could light them for you. Did she leave you anything? I think this all looks the same. I don't think there's anything different here. Let me take a look at my schedule for a bit. So on my schedule, let's just bring that up. For day 2, let's see. Apartments to talk to Nozz. Woods, talk to Morgan. Then bear hunt. After bear hunt, I went to cemetery. Then I went to hospital. I wasn't able to find Cohen there. I wonder if I needed to go to the hospital immediately after the bear hunt to talk to Cohen before the funeral. And I wonder if Cohen's there, could Barbara's dialogue possibly be different? I'm wondering that. I don't know if that's how it goes, but that was also a strange thing that Cohen was supposed to be here and he wasn't. I mean, both Cohen and Barbara are old. They probably both like to enjoy some cigarettes. Two crusty grumpsters grousing at each other. About cigarettes? Maybe? Maybe that's how Matthew's gonna put it together? Well, it's 8 o'clock. I don't know if there's anything to do now, aside from wait. I don't think we can go in yet. Oh, no, we can. It's open. Matthew. Yep. Over here. Talking to him about this. Not great. What's going on? Don't like Wolf very much. The owner knows everything about nightlife in the town. Get some info from him. Here's Wolf. Tells us about Emma coming to the bar, Emma stabbing someone in the thigh. One time she brought another girl with her, who we know is Winona. about this. Probably for something sketchy. Alright, so I have here that I talked to James, talked to Wolf, here's Mel. Oh no, a suck-up kid like you came to this bar. Looks like you're here a lot, huh? Is it okay for you to be drinking alcohol? Shut up! I only drink milk here. I can't show him the note, of course. Nothing else to show him. So I think that's all the conversations we can have. Let me just do a little save state. Where would a good one be? Okay, we'll just do it on state 1. Make it easier to remember. And, anyone else come in? So this night, Winona should call us. It's our friend. He's pacing quite a bit, waiting for Isabella. Isabella's not performing tonight. There it is. He's thinking at the park. Head on over. Well, my car has not vanished in this playthrough so far, so that's good. I have no idea what that was about. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. All right, here we go. And we'll choose heart this time. Hug. Alright, and yeah, we're going back to gas station, which would be this one. Up here. Good night. Matthew, thanks for everything. Good night. Don't steal my photos. All right, so I believe that's the end of day 1. Okay. So, tried to pack in as much as possible into day 1. One thing that's a little concerning is that I missed the meeting with Emma's parents. I don't know if that's essential, but I decided to drive Winona home instead because she tells us about the philosophy book, and I thought that was more important. If it is essential, I can always just redo day 1 and get there earlier, so we can do that. Aside from that, I think I packed in a lot into day 1. And was also able to get the Winona meeting on night 1. We were also able to find out that we could get the lighter on day 1. That's an improvement from the second run. We have the lighter now. Was there something else in here? No letters. So, schedule's pretty packed. As of this point, I can only assume that we can't get the cigarettes on day 1 because we talked to Barbara so many times. We talked to her in the lobby. We talked to her in her room. We talked to her with Liz present. We talked to her with Liz arriving. We talked to her with Liz leaving. We talked to Barbara in so many contexts. The only item that we have is the note. Showed her that. Showed Liz that. Talked to all the doctors and nurses. No one mentioned Barbara. Let's just give it a save. So now, like I said, the thing I'm thinking about, so maybe it's not day 1. Let's look at day 2. Talking about day 2 again. As I mentioned, after the bear hunt, Morgan says go to the hospital to talk to Cohen. In the second run-through, I didn't do that. I went to the cemetery for the funeral first because I was low on time. But the funeral begins at 9:30. So, I probably had a little bit of time to go to the hospital. And if I went to the hospital immediately, maybe I could have talked to Cohen then. Maybe Cohen being at the hospital maybe could have changed Barbara's dialogue. I don't know. But I think that when we do day 2, it'll be hospital first, then cemetery. And also I mentioned since we had the meeting with Winona at the park on night 1, hopefully that means I can show Winona the key so we can go to the school, search Emma's locker, and get the disc and the camera on day 2. If we can do that, then we can get the photos developed immediately and stolen. And then also I can go to Emma's house to find out about Eternity, talk to Dr. James, who will tell me to go to the bar, and then on night 2, I could see Isabella's performance, which would lead to us stalking her and getting the Isabella apartment scene on night 2. I would not have the diary yet, so I could get the Isabella scene on night 2, but then there's a second conversation you can have with her in her apartment after you get the diary. So that would have to wait for day 3. I guess that's what we're looking at for day 2. Again, a lot of these events, figuring out how to fit them into the daily schedule. The only thing is finding when and where is this mythical conversation where Matthew will finally realize that he needs to buy cigarettes. It's baffling how it's just not happening. Maybe it happens on day 2. We'll see as we continue with the 3rd run of Mizzurna Falls, and hopefully our car doesn't vanish again.